Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog, Reptile Army. Of course, I'm starting my day out with Ivy, my beautiful big anaconda, and I'll tell you what, she is getting so big, it's ridiculous. And she's got a long way to go, to be honest with you. And yesterday I kind of teased you guys a little bit that we have something that's pretty awesome happening today with my green anacondas. Now, I've got a friend of mine that is actually coming in that is bringing, well, let's just say a surprise for us, and it's going to be a surprise for Ivy. That's right. So I am so excited about it today. But for the meantime, I'm just going to spend a little time with my girl Ivy because, listen, she's absolutely wonderful. I mean, what an incredible snake she is. I mean, anacondas are some of the most curious and interesting snakes on the planet, in my opinion. Also probably the most misunderstood reptile. I mean, they're vilified, probably because of that movie Anaconda. Thank you, J. Lo and Ice Cube, for that. The fact is that anacondas aren't killers at all. I mean, look at this girl. She is an absolute sweetheart, and you guys know I love her to death. So, like I said, any minute my buddy's going to be showing up, and we're going to find out what that surprise is. Pretty sure you guys already know what's going to happen, right? But regardless, it's going to be an absolutely amazing day, and I think my girl Ivy, who's, gosh, getting heavier and heavier, she is so insane, is going to be pretty happy today. And of course, just like Ivy always does, look at this. It's so crazy, right? I mean, she just crawls right back to her cage on her own. I didn't even do anything. I just sat here and she crawled up right to her cage. I mean, it is one of the craziest things. Oh, and look who's over here to visit with us too. Ariana. Hi, Ariana. How you doing? She's coming over saying, why is Ivy out playing around? And I'm over there. But listen, that is crazy. I mean, she's out here hanging out with me, then she crawls over to her cage, climbs right in on her own. I mean, my snakes are so cool, they put themselves away. So my buddy Connor showed up here, and in this box we actually have a little surprise. You guys know the deal, you know what it's going to be, but I'm excited about it. Where'd you come from again?
I'm from Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas, down I-40. I've been there a million times.
Oh yeah.
I know that trip really well, so I know all about it. So let's just go ahead and see what we have here. Show me what we got.
All right, here is Jazz.
This is Jazz, the anaconda, but not just any anaconda. A male anaconda, that's right. You know that we have an abundance of female anacondas here. And how long have you had Jazz?
I've had Jazz for roughly about 3 years now.
About 3 years. And it's chill, huh?
He's super chill.
See, that's what I'm saying. Anacondas are amazing. They're so good. Now I'm going to just take a look at this tail.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I just, you know, we don't need another female here. Absolutely a male. You can see these big spurs right there. Those are what they call vestigial spurs, and that is something that a male will have on a boas, right? On boas, and of course anacondas are a type of boa. And that long, long tail. Guess what, Connor? This is a boy.
Yes.
We got a boy, that's right. And so that is absolutely amazing. Can you imagine? Now we have a male to go in with Ariana and Ivy, of course. And now the breeding season is typically really in the spring, like March, April, like type mirror, and they're actually having babies right around this time of year. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of let them get kind of situated together and let it just go naturally, right? If they produce, great. If they don't produce, they don't. So thank you so much for bringing them. I mean, I tell you what, dude, this thing is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
What other animals do you keep?
So we, of course, we do ball pythons. We have quite a few ball pythons. We are actually getting into the BCI, stuff like that, few morphs there. We do corns. We dabble a little bit in corns.
Okay, cool. So a bunch of different things.
Yes, and we will be eventually going into carpet pythons.
Oh, so. Look at that. He's got the little zoo going on here. So, dude, I cannot thank you enough. This is going to be amazing. What do you say? And first off, I'm going to ask you a couple. You've had him for years, so I don't have to worry so much about quarantine because it's been your pet for years. No mites, right?
No mites, but we did treat everyone before we came up just in case.
All right, because we don't want mites. We don't want mites in this thing.
No mites.
So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put him in there. Oftentimes I'll quarantine for a little bit, but I know Connor knows his stuff, and I know that it's been around for a long time. So I just want to see how they're going to react to one another. Again, not expecting any breeding or anything. So what do you say we go ahead and put Jazz in with Ariana and Ivy?
She is huge.
I know, isn't she crazy? Oh. And she is such a good girl. Literally, we just had her out on the ground. She's just playing with us, hanging out all over me, and then she crawls up and just crawls right back in the cage.
Nice.
Legitimately, that's how she does every single time. And I'm wondering what she's going to do. They're so curious. They're such curious animals. And the thing that's nice about this with Jazz is because he's in shed, he's going to be able to go in the water, get super moisturized, and so there we go.
We've soaked him quite a bit over the last like 48, 36 hours just to see if we couldn't pop that shed real quick.
The anaconda's shed's so slow. So slow. I mean, he's deep in blue, and you can see he's just kind of, he's smelling. He's like, what is going on here? Ivy so far is not doing anything. She's still like, what now what's going on? So she's starting to, her tongue's coming out a little bit, but he's definitely smelling. You can see he's kind of acclimating to the cage. He smells all those pheromones from the females, obviously. Probably wondering what is going on here. So I'm just gonna sit back. I love this part of it. I love when an animal gets into an enclosure like this and kind of for the first time. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch this for a while. But this is awesome. But Connor, thank you so much, dude. This is absolutely amazing, man. I appreciate it. This is gonna be awesome. And we'll keep you posted. We'll take care of the baby as best we can. I tell you what, it's absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, guys, we have a male green anaconda now. Oh, I'm hoping for some babies. Take a look at this, guys. Actually, the Boelen's python just shed out. Beautiful shed, by the way. I'm going to try to save this shed the best I can because I don't have a full Boelen's python shed in my collection. And this looks like it's absolutely perfect. And literally just about an hour ago, I checked on him because I knew he was going to shed. And look at that, perfect. Got a little bit of a tear just in one spot. Other than that, perfect. So let's go ahead and see if we can get him out of here. Come on, buddy. Oh, it's tough to get an boreal snake out of a heavily planted cage, but look at that. Look at the iridescence on that animal right there. That is incredible. So Bugatti looks absolutely amazing. After a shed, I mean, whoo, man. And it's only gonna get better and better as this animal grows. I mean, oh my goodness, look at that animal right there. Absolutely love my Fly River turtles, and they love blackberries. So we're trying to get them kind of just habituated to be able to come up and start taking them out of our hand, but they're just not there yet. I mean, so what I have to do is just kind of drop them in here, and he'll usually take them right off the bottom. So we'll just go ahead and see what happens. They're just so cute when they eat, especially when they eat blackberries, because they kind of chomp them up and then they sometimes spit them out a little bit. So let's just take a look and see. These guys are absolutely amazing. Can't wait till we do our expansion and have these in a giant enclosure. That's going to be so cool. And hopefully by then they'll actually be able to take stuff right out of our hands. And we have some other friends in the house from Military Morris. My friends came in and they actually have a couple of cool animals for me. Not for me, just to show. But these are awesome. You don't see these around too much. Tell me a little bit about them.
So these are our pancake tortoises. These guys are just super awesome. They don't get super big. They're from Africa, mountainous regions. They have a very soft, pliable shell. So what they'll do, they'll go into rock crevices and the shell will actually flex and bend to the rock crevice, and then they'll stick those nails in like ice picks, and then predators can't really pull them out. Like, and they're just super interesting. I love their shell patterns.
Exactly. And you might think, I mean, they're literally called pancake tortoises because they look kind of like a pancake. And this is a boy. He's about, how old is he?
He's about 11 years old.
11 years old. So that gives you an idea. They don't get much larger than that. And then this is a little girl here. How old is she?
She's 3.
Three.
Yeah,
3 years old?
About
oh my
3.
gosh. Absolutely amazing. The thing that's cool about these guys is that they only lay typically 1 egg at a time, which is crazy. That's why they're so rare now. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, these came in like crazy out of Tanzania. And so they're in the pet trade relatively cheap. Now they're very sought after because they're, you know, they don't import them anymore, and with only producing 1 egg a year from them, obviously they're not very common, right?
Very hard to come by these guys.
But these guys are absolutely amazing. So hopefully here in another 6 or 7 years, little girl here will start producing baby, and I get the first baby, right?
Yeah, we'll talk.
All right. Believe it or not, boas and anacondas are pretty closely related. They're actually both in the Boidae family, for one, but they're also from the same region in South America. Now, boas can also be in Central America too, but the actual imperators, their common boas, are in South America, typically Colombia and that type of range. So actually the anaconda range and the boa range are pretty similar, right? And basically South American rainforest. And it's pretty cool that we have a giant boa like Cupcake as well. So we have the big anacondas, but we also have a bunch of different boas. But the biggest boa being Cupcake is absolutely amazing. I mean, she is a giant. Just take a look at her right now. And it is really cool because even a heavy-bodied animal like this, she will climb up on these branches. Sometimes we'll find her up here. And in the rainforest, that's actually what they'll do. The anacondas typically stay in the water and on land. Very rarely are they going to do much climbing, although every now and then we'll see Ariana actually up in the tree branch, which I think is really crazy. But the boas are actually pretty adept climbers and just really cool. But it's interesting to think that something like a boa that's such a common pet is so closely related to an anaconda. Well, Connor did bring one other snake to show. I'm not keeping this one, but it is pretty cool. Of course, this is a yellow anaconda, which is amazing. What's this one's name?
This one is Sephora.
Sephora. So there's a little story behind Sephora, much like Ariana for me, right?
This one started off as a female.
Oh, this started as a female.
Yes, so then after just keeping for several years, about a year and a half ago, we were cleaning out his water bowl and we noticed some milky substance, and I was like, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, considering this is supposed to be a girl. Well, come to find out, bada bing, bada boom, we got...
It's a boy.
Yeah, we got boys.
So it went the opposite of that. My male turned into females, your female turned into males, and I'll take a look at that tail too. And the thing that's interesting about the yellow anacondas, and yep, 100%, that's a boy too. There's no doubt about that. You can see the spurs and all that stuff. The thing that's interesting about the yellow anacondas is they stay much smaller. I mean, this is probably not that far off from an adult male, and then the female's only going to get maybe 8 to 10 foot, you know, whereas of course, you know, the greens get much, much larger. But these guys are really interesting, and I'm really impressed that Sephora is actually really tame.
Yeah,
because,
they're generally pretty nippy.
Yeah, when it comes to the yellows and greens, the yellows for some reason are much more nippy than the greens. You know, so I don't know if it's because there's less F generations out in the wild or whatever the case is, but nevertheless, that is a beautiful snake, dude. I mean,
Thank you.
Let me know down in the comments, should I get some yellow anacondas? Because, come on, look at that snake right there. That is just crazy. Oh my God. By the way, did you see the albino anacondas that were just born?
Yes, I did actually.
My gosh.
They're pretty gnarly.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely need to get him a girlfriend.
Oh my God, yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. So thanks so much, Connor, for coming up.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
me.
everything. Appreciate you bringing me a couple snakes, one to look at and one to keep. So this is awesome, man.
Is it happening? I don't know what I'm doing, but I got a camera and I'm gonna go film it right now. They're locked up. I got a camera. What do you think? Crazy, right? About to be a daddy, about to be a mama. Let's go tell Mike. Mike.
What?
Oh my God, perfect timing. What are you doing right now?
Playing with an anaconda?
Get up here, come on, come on.
Do you want the snake?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, just come on. Mike, you're not going fast enough.
We're about to have so many of these. What?
I just thought you'd be happy.
Why would I be happy? We're about to have so many babies.
Who's gonna call Lori and tell her?
Oh, that ain't me. I like my job.
Aislinn, are you gonna call her? Did you hear?
Hear what?
What happened?
No.
Okay, come on.
Oh my God. Already?
4 hours of foreplay.
Mike wishes he could lasso.
Wishes.
So we were wondering, were you gonna call Lori?
Yeah.
No.
Why does all the coolest stuff happen when I'm gone? I literally step out to run a couple errands, get back here, and they hooked up. I mean, how crazy is that? Again, it's off season right now, so it's probably not anything more than them just kind of checking out. You gotta remember, it's the first time the male's been in with the female, but here in a couple months, hopefully they'll breed again, and then maybe Ivy will go. But that's amazing. I'm mad that I missed it, but it's still super cool that it's settled in like that. In and shed on top of it. That is absolutely crazy. So I'm just gonna hang out with my people here at the Reptarium. I hope that you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Can you do me a favor? Hit a playlist right over here. Another favor, subscribe right over here. It means the world to me. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to somebody, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.